Hi Stampers, it's Nancy from Stampin'shout.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, it's day 4 of my weekly card series, and this week I've been creating with the Timeless Arrangements bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. The dies, there's 16 different dies in here, and they create all kinds of large or small floral bouquets, and they're really fun to use and they're simple to use. So stick around so I can show you the little trick. And it also comes with these cute little rectangles. They're stitched rectangles which coordinate with all of the sentiments. And there's so many great sentiments in here. What's cool about this is you can chop up the sentiments and just use a word here and there. I always like to do that. And it also has the little stamps for the floral images. So a lot of fun. And this week, not only am I focusing on the timeless arrangements, I'm also focusing on the delightfully eclectic designer series paper. It's gorgeous paper, you guys. So here's the couple of pieces that I've used so far. And I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but I've used these on the cards this week. We used both sides. And this one here, we made the swan card. And this was for the drapery fold card. And today we're going to use this beautiful paper, and tomorrow that. So this is just what, 5 sheets, 5 different designs. There's 12 double-sided designs and 48 sheets in this paper set. So I wanted to bring that up because you can never have too much pattern paper. You know, you can use it for your cards, for scrapbooking, for everything. So here's today's card. So it's a diagonal cut DSP card. So let me bring in the pieces. Also, all the measurements and the supplies that I use will be on my blog. So after the video, you can pop over there. So you guys know my videos are really short. They're less than 15 minutes. I do all the fast forwarding for you. So hopefully you stick around from beginning to end. And by you sticking around right to the end, it does help my YouTube channel grow. Your comments help it, the likes and the subscriptions. So I really appreciate that. And the comments will enter you to win today's card. So we have 5 winners, 5 cards every week, and I announce the winners on Monday. So we have a card base, Misty Moonlight, and inside I have the white. And then front, I have a white, and I have the pretty designer series paper that we're going to cut. And I have a scrap. Let's just start with the scrap. So I'm going to stamp thank you. And I'm going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. And then I'm going to bring in the little rectangle die and run that through the machine and cut it out. So that's what it looks like cut out. It's really cute. It's got that little stitching on it. And then I also cut out sprigs. So I picked the colors that are in the designer series paper. So I have Misty Moonlight, Crushed Curry, and Bubble Bath. So that's already done. And I'm also going to punch out a circle. This is the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. It's a new punch in the annual catalog. So we have that done. So let's put this aside for 1 second and go ahead and cut our diagonals. So these pieces are 5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to cut this one first and show you how to do it. And basically you're cutting corner to corner. So I'm just lining this up on the cutting machine cutter here. And I'm going to go ahead and start in the middle, and it's easier, it doesn't tear your paper. And I'm just going to hold it nice and steady and cut it like that. Now I'm going to turn this paper, so I'm going to keep it all together, and I'm going to cut it diagonally the other way. So when you cut it the second time, you got to really hang on to the paper so it doesn't move. Again, I'm going to start in the middle. It just helps with the tension. So now I have 4 diagonal pieces. I'm going to cut the other piece out in the same way. So now I have all my diagonal pieces cut. And I just want to mention one thing. Let me put them together first to show you how they go. They go like this. Now, if I wanted to, I could have used the opposite side in my card. So I would only have to have cut one piece of designer series paper, but I wanted to have this pink showing. So that's why I cut out a second piece. But I do have all these pieces, and I can make a second card. It'll just be opposite, just like that. So I'm going to bring in our base piece, which is 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to lay these pieces down, and then I'm going to glue them on. So after you glue them together, they fit perfectly, just like that. So we're going to bring back in our circle and our little sprigs, and we're going to build our little floral arrangement. So what's nice about these cutouts, these dies, is there's a base at the bottom that you can use to attach to everything. You can glue there, you can build your flowers on top of each other, and you can attach them to the sentiment or wherever you're going to place them, because you have that nice little bottom piece there. So it makes it a lot easier to work with. And whenever I build my flower arrangement, I do it from the back first. So whatever you want to show most, you want in the front. So I'm going to put my blue piece in the back and put a little bit of glue on here. And then I'm going to add this yellow piece like that. And I kind of made it off center just because that's where I want the flowers to be. And now I'm going to lay this piece on here. Just like that. So now I'm going to bring in the thank you, and I'm going to line it up. I'm going to glue the bottom. And because I moved it around, I have a little bit extra over here. I'm just going to cut that off. So now I'm going to glue the bottom of this and attach it to my sentiment. Then I'm going to pop it up on my circle. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back here. So now looking at this, it looks pretty just like that. I'm thinking I want to add another blue flower over here, so I'm going to cut one more sprig. So I wanted to show you that after you cut this out, you just poke it out right there. There's a little opening, and then just gently pull that away, and that's how you get your sprigs. So I'm going to cut this and use whichever piece I think looks best. So I'm just going to kind of manipulate it here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and put it right on the back. There, that makes me happier. So now I'm going to bring in the Simply Elegant trim. It comes in a pack of silver and gold. But before I do that, I think I'm going to put this on the front of my card. So let me glue that on the front. Let me stamp on the inside, get that done, and then I'll show you how to put that trim on. I'm stamping I really appreciate you, and I did that in Misty Moonlight. So I'm just going to glue that to the inside of my card. Now we can finish the front. So I'm going to bring in dimensionals. And whenever you add twine to the back, you have to use a little bit of extra dimensionals. Some is going to be sticky for the little silver trim, and some is going to attach it to your card. So all I did Got to take the backing off the dimensionals to make it sticky. All I did was loop it here and there and make sure it's going off the edge. Kind of look at it and see what you want to do to fix it, change it. And then I'm going to make sure I have enough dimensionals on there to make it stick to my card. And there is our card for today. So it's a diagonal cut designer series paper. Isn't that paper pretty? Just love it. And these sprigs are so much fun to work with. And with that little base piece, it really does make it easy. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. Make sure you leave your comments and you'll be entered to win today's card. And visit my blog and I'll have all the measurements and supplies I use there. And I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.